Ever wonder why some cars seem to laugh in the face of father time? In this video, we're pulling back the curtain on the used cars that just won't quit. We'll show you 10 models that aren't only reliable, they're tough as nails. What makes these vehicles go the extra mile? We'll break down the smart engineering and maintenance tricks behind their longevity. And heads up, one family favorite on our list might just surprise you. Ready to discover these automotive endurance champs? Let's dive in. Did you know a compact car could outlast luxury vehicles 3 times its price? Meet the 2014 to 2018 Mazda 3, the unexpected champion of longevity in the compact car segment. This little car is changing the game when it comes to reliability, showing that you don't need to spend a fortune to get a car that keeps on running. You might think the Mazda 3's low price means it won't last long. But don't be fooled. This compact car is tough when it comes to long-term reliability. What's the secret? It's Mazda's SkyActiv technology. SkyActiv is Mazda's way of making every part of the car work better, from the engine to the transmission and body. The result? A car that saves gas and is built to last a long time. Many Mazda 3s with good care easily reach 200,000 miles and keep going. Some owners even say theirs have hit 300,000 miles with just regular maintenance. That's the kind of mileage you'd expect from an expensive luxury car, not an affordable compact. While the Mazda 3 is very reliable, it's not perfect. The most common problems are small things like brakes wearing out a bit early or occasional electrical issues. But here's the good news. These fixes are usually cheap. New brake pads cost about $150 to $300, and a new alternator is around $500 to $700. That's much less than what you'd pay to fix a luxury car. Most of the time, the Mazda 3 just needs routine stuff like new spark plugs, about $100 to $200, or maybe a new sensor, around $200 to $400. These costs are way lower than what you might face with some luxury cars, making the Mazda 3 a smart choice if you want a reliable car that won't empty your wallet. Ever wondered why you see so many older CR-Vs on the road? These SUVs are built to last. Let's look at the 2012 to 2016 Honda CR-V, a family favorite for years. You might think SUVs have high maintenance costs and reliability issues, not the CR-V. This Honda proves that wrong with its dependability and cheaper upkeep. It typically costs 15 to 20% less to maintain over 5 years than its competitors. Honda's engineering really shows in the CR-V's design. The engine, transmission, and suspension are all made to last. This SUV isn't just reliable, it can go the distance. The CR-V is also super versatile. It's roomy inside with lots of cargo space, perfect for daily drives or long road trips. The tough materials inside hold up well to family life, making it great for busy households. Here's the impressive part. These CR-Vs can rack up serious miles. Many hit 200,000 miles and keep going strong. Some owners even get to 300,000 miles with just regular maintenance. That's the kind of durability that makes a car part of the family. The CR-V holds its value well too, often selling for more than other used SUVs. This makes it a smart buy if you're watching your budget. Our next car takes Honda's reliability even further. It's a mid-size model that could be the last car you ever need. Stay tuned to find out which Honda is setting the bar for long-lasting vehicles. What if I told you there's a car that could be the last one you ever need to buy? Meet the 2013 to 2017 Honda Accord, a mid-size sedan that's setting the bar for reliability. Don't be fooled by its plain looks. This car has some serious staying power under the hood. The Accord might not turn heads, but it's got it where it counts. This generation has some cool features that make it last longer. The 4-cylinder engines are especially impressive. They're great on gas and perform well, beating out a lot of other cars. These engines are built tough and often last longer than the V6 versions. The 2013 to 2017 Accord is the whole package. It's roomy enough for a growing family, has good safety features, and won't cost a fortune to maintain. Honda packed everything you'd want in a family car into one sturdy vehicle. These Accords can really go the distance. Many last over 15 years, with some still running strong after 200,000, 250,000, or even 300,000 miles. They're like the Energizer Bunny of cars. They just keep going and going. You might be wondering if there are any problems to watch out for. Older Accords had some transmission issues. But Honda fixed that in the 2013 to 2017 models. They made the transmission coolers better, redesigned some parts, and used stronger materials. These changes mean fewer repairs and a transmission that lasts longer. So what's the downside? There really isn't one. The 2013 to 2017 Honda Accord is about as good as it gets for a used car. It's reliable, efficient, roomy, and cheap to maintain. It's the kind of car that makes you think, why would I ever need another one? Imagine a vehicle that could take your kids from elementary school to college and beyond. That's what many Toyota Highlander owners experience. The 2014 to 2019 Highlander is a long-term solution for families who want reliability, space, and comfort. You might wonder if larger SUVs have more problems. It's a fair question. More parts could mean more issues, right? But Toyota has good news for you. The Highlander is built to last. Toyota's known for making tough SUVs, and it's not just talk. They've been doing it for decades. The Highlander carries on this tradition, combining toughness and comfort in a way that's hard to match. The proof is in the numbers. Highlanders that get regular maintenance often hit 200,000 miles without major problems. These big family haulers can rack up miles that would impress even sports car owners. But what does regular maintenance mean? Toyota says to change the oil every 5,000 miles, rotate tires every 5,000 to 8,000 miles, and do bigger services at 30,000, 60,000, and 90,000 miles. Stick to this plan, and your Highlander could go the distance. Safety is crucial for family cars, and the Highlander delivers. The 2014 to 2019 model always scored high in crash tests, even as it got older. Its safety features, like multiple airbags, stability control, and optional blind spot monitoring, stay effective over time. This means you can feel safe whether your Highlander is new or has 100,000 miles on it. You might think there's a catch. Don't high-mileage cars usually have lots of problems? The Highlander has some surprises here too. Some owners mention small electrical issues and wear inside the car, but that's normal for older vehicles. Here's the kicker. Highlanders often cost less to fix than similar SUVs. So there you have it. The Toyota Highlander is a solid choice for reliability, safety, and value over the long haul. But what if you need something tougher? Next up, we'll look at a pickup truck that keeps going, no matter how rough things get. What makes a pickup truck so tough it's called the Taco? The Toyota Tacoma's reputation for incredible durability. The 2005 to 2015 Tacoma is a legend, ready for anything you throw at it. You might wonder, how tough can a compact truck be? Get ready to be surprised. This small truck is tougher than many bigger vehicles. The Tacoma's strength is built into every part. Let's look at what makes the Tacoma so tough. It starts with the frame. Toyota used galvanized steel panels and protective undercoating to fight rust. The suspension, with heavy-duty shocks and leaf springs, can handle serious abuse. Here's a mind-blowing fact. About 80% of Tacomas are still running after 200,000 miles, and some even pass 400,000 miles. That's amazing longevity. Off-road, the Tacoma really shines. It has high ground clearance, an optional locking rear differential, and a multi-terrain select system. This truck can handle rocky trails and muddy back roads like a champ. You might think all this toughness means expensive repairs, but the Tacoma has another surprise. While old models might get some rust and suspension parts wear out, fixes are usually affordable. Most repairs cost between $200 and $500. That's not much for a truck that lasts so long. The best part? Tacomas hold their value incredibly well. Some models keep 70% of their original price after 5 years. It's like the truck pays you back over time. Can a luxury SUV really go the distance without breaking the bank? The 2004 to 2009 Lexus RX 350 proves it can. This reliable luxury option shatters the idea that high-end vehicles are money pits. Many think owning a luxury SUV means constant mechanic visits and huge repair bills. The RX 350 tells a different story. It's as if Lexus took Toyota's reliability and dressed it up fancy. You get both upscale features and solid engineering. The RX 350 is known for being one of the most reliable luxury SUVs out there. It's impressive for people who thought luxury and longevity couldn't go together. While other fancy SUVs might start to show their age, the RX 350 keeps running smoothly for years. Of course, no car is perfect. The RX 350 has a few quirks. Some owners mention issues with the entertainment system, and the interior can wear a bit over time. But these small problems are usually outweighed by how well it performs and how comfortable it is. Here's where the RX 350 really stands out. Repair costs. It's generally cheaper to maintain than other luxury SUVs, making it a smart choice if you plan to keep it for a while. Owners say routine services are affordable and parts are easy to find. When problems do come up, they're usually not too frequent or expensive. The best proof of the RX 350's quality? Happy owners. Many recommend it as a reliable luxury SUV that won't cost a fortune to maintain. It's like getting the best of both worlds. Luxury features without the luxury price tag for upkeep. How does a 20-year-old SUV design still compete with modern vehicles? The 2001 to 2007 Toyota Highlander set the bar for reliability and practicality, and it's still impressing people today. This first-generation Highlander was ahead of its time. Toyota built it with a unibody construction, giving it car-like handling but SUV versatility. They also used a transverse engine layout, which made more room inside while keeping the outside compact. These smart choices are why the Highlander still feels modern. The Highlander's long life comes from Toyota's focus on making a solid, dependable vehicle. They used strong steel in important areas and gave it a double wishbone rear suspension for better stability. That's why these SUVs are still running strong after 2 decades. The numbers back this up. About 90% of these 2001 to 2007 Highlanders are still on the road today. That's amazing for vehicles this old. Of course, they're not perfect. Some owners have issues with worn suspension parts and transmission problems. But the good news is these are usually cheap to fix. Repair costs are pretty reasonable. Fixing the suspension usually costs between $300 and $500. That's not bad for an older SUV. The simple design of the first-generation Highlander often means cheaper repairs compared to newer, more complicated models. Some owners say they spend up to 30% less on repairs than they would with later Highlander versions. The 2001 to 2007 Highlander shows that sometimes simpler is better. Its smart design, tough engineering, and affordable maintenance have kept it competitive long after it first came out. It really shows how well Toyota planned and built these vehicles. What if I told you one of the most reliable cars is also one of the most fuel efficient? Meet the 2015 to 2022 Toyota Prius, a hybrid that's changing how we think about long-lasting cars. This eco-friendly car saves you money on gas and keeps running for years. You might worry about the hybrid battery. Good news, Prius batteries often last over 150,000 miles, with some going beyond 200,000 miles. If you need to replace it, it's not as expensive as you might think, usually costing between $2,000 and $3,000. The Prius is built to last in other ways too. Its design helps it stay in good shape for a long time. Toyota used light materials and made the car aerodynamic to reduce wear and tear. Let's look at the numbers. Prius owners typically get 50 to 60 miles per gallon. This saves money and is easier on the engine. The EPA says the 2022 Prius gets 58 miles per gallon in the city and 53 miles per gallon on highways. Even after years of driving, many Prius owners still get great gas mileage. How does the Prius handle tough weather? In cold places, it generally does well in winter. The battery might not work as well in very cold weather, but the car still runs fine. In hot areas, the Prius keeps working well, and its air conditioning doesn't use too much extra gas. Of course, the Prius isn't perfect. Some owners with high-mileage cars have had problems with the entertainment system and brakes, but these issues are usually small compared to how reliable the car is overall. The Toyota Prius is a smart choice if you want a car that lasts a long time and uses less gas. It's dependable and good for the environment, making it a great option for many drivers. Imagine a car that's just as comfortable on snowy mountain roads as it is on city streets. That's the 2014 to 2020 Subaru Outback. This versatile vehicle is built for adventure and made to last through many journeys. You might wonder about the reliability of all-wheel drive systems. Well, Subaru's symmetrical all-wheel drive system stands out from the crowd. It gives you great traction and stability in all kinds of weather, making the Outback perfect for any season. It sends power to all four wheels at once, giving you better balance and control than many other cars. Under the hood, Subaru's Boxer engine is pretty special. Its cylinders are laid out flat, which gives the Outback a lower center of gravity. This means it handles better and stays more stable, especially when the road gets tough. You can choose between a 2.5-liter four-cylinder engine with 175 horsepower or a beefier 3.6-liter six-cylinder that puts out 256 horsepower. The Outback really shines in tough conditions. It has 8.7 inches of ground clearance and a sturdy suspension, so it can handle snowy roads and muddy trails without breaking a sweat. It also has a feature called X Mode that tweaks the AWD system to give you the best traction on slippery surfaces. Let's talk about keeping the Outback running smoothly. Some older models had problems with head gasket leaks and using too much oil, but these issues are usually easy to manage if you take care of your car. If you do need to replace a head gasket, it'll cost between $1,000 and $2,500. But don't worry too much. Many Outback owners say their cars run for years without any big problems. The Subaru Outback isn't just tough, it's also really safe. It has features like EyeSight driver assist technology and a strong frame to keep you and your family protected on every trip. What makes the Toyota RAV4 America's best-selling SUV? It's not about flashy features or marketing hype. Toyota's reliability shines through in this versatile package that appeals to all kinds of drivers. You'd think a popular car might cut corners on quality, but not the RAV4. It's won over millions of buyers while staying dependable. Toyota seems to have cracked the code for making a car people love that's also built to last. Over the years, Toyota has fine-tuned the RAV4 based on what owners say they want. They've created an SUV that does it all, from a roomy interior to engines that sip fuel. The proof is in the pudding. The RAV4 is one of the most reliable SUVs you can buy. Owners can't stop talking about how it keeps going without much fuss. It's like Toyota made a car that fights off wear and tear on its own. Here's where it gets even better. The RAV4 often costs less to own long-term than rivals like the Honda CR-V or Ford Escape. This is thanks to its strong resale value and track record of reliability. Many RAV4 owners say their cars still run great after years on the road. Whether you pick the hybrid or regular gas engine, you're getting a tough machine. These engines have shown they can take a beating and keep on ticking. So with all these solid choices, how do you pick the right one? That's what we'll tackle next. Let's find the perfect RAV4 for you. We've just explored the world of reliable used cars, from the compact Mazda 3 to the luxurious Lexus RX 350. There's a solid option for every need and budget. But remember, even the toughest cars need some TLC to keep going strong. Here's a cool fact. Sticking to the manufacturer's service schedule can make your car last up to 50% longer. It's not just talk. Consumer Reports found that people who follow these schedules spend about $330 less on repairs each year than those who don't. Want to hear something interesting? Reliable used cars can save you around 30% on total ownership costs over 5 years compared to less dependable models. That covers everything from gas to insurance. So, how do you make sure you're getting a good deal? First, look into the car's reliability history before you buy. Then, have a trusted mechanic check it out. Finally, commit to that maintenance schedule. A reliable car isn't just something you buy, it's a long-term partner. Ready to make a smart choice for your future?